I don't think I'm running out the Wi-Fi, but I might be running out the Wi-Fi so everybody who see me can get by. I'm just living my life. Living my life, eh. Living my life, eh. Living my life. I'll give it a few minutes while I'm deep in thought. Talking about shit I probably shouldn't be talking about this late at night. While I'm scrolling the various websites to get a clear understanding of my own humane weakness. What's up, Sora-san? This is kind of a random stream. I haven't really uploaded anything on 2L Game Vlogs, so I figured I probably would post some stuff of just random me talking and thinking about shit. I have 2 people watching now, which is always cool. That's my PlayStation 3 in the back that I fixed. But nothing's really going on right now. What's up, Prince? You supposed to say my nigga. You can't just say nigga. You have to say my nigga. My nigga. My nigga. What's up, Keith? Keith. Everything's fine, I guess. I'll put it this way. Nothing's really bad. Just a lot of, just a lot of internal thought going on about things in life and the usual shit. I'm here really just to kick it with y'all at, what time is it? It's like 11 o'clock. I'm just kicking it, bullshitting. There's no real thought process with this. Yeah, it's a bunch of introspection. It's not really a girl. That would imply I was talking to a girl. Just me thinking about things a lot in general. I have a friend of mine who... Yeah, it's 11:12. Yeah, we're both in the same... Keith, we live in the same state, sir. So yeah, the time is exactly the same. But no, well, I guess if we can have that conversation. I'll go ahead and have this conversation with you guys since I'm going to. Of course, your girl didn't want to chill tonight. What's up, Chidori? My nigga. But no, what was essentially going on, and this is not really anything major, it's just kind of a reminder of things, is that I have a coworker I used to work with when I was doing, when I was still working part-time. I was friends with my coworkers, and that was back when I was still getting my associate's degree in college. And she has been known to not have her shit together. Like, that's been kind of the key thing going on in her life, is that like every time you talk to her, it's always some bullshit. What's up, Master? Wow, that sounded real fucked. That sounded fucking terrible. But she never have her shit together. And no, this isn't a dating thing. This isn't a dating thing. So don't worry, this isn't a dating thing. I don't fuck with girls like this because she, for all intents and purposes, had already, I think when I met her, she ended in the I think the first 3 or 4 years I knew her, she had 3 kids. So yeah, that sounds exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like she had a child almost every year for like 3 years in a row. I think 2 of the pregnancies she didn't even know she was pregnant as she was pregnant, which can tell you that she wasn't the smartest individual, and definitely didn't deal with and definitely if you saw the dads of the kids, you could just be like, bruh, shit ain't right. But I'm not gonna get too much into her details, but just know that going into this. Now, when I switched jobs and my other friend switched jobs, she ended up getting fired because they were doing layoffs at the job we were working previously together at. So she ended up having to find her own place. I mean, her own new job. Well, I've been working this full-time position for 3 years, and she's been like shifting through part-time positions for 3 years. I wouldn't even say shifting. I would say she's been looking more than she's actually been working. I think she's I think as I've known her, she's only, as far as that 3 year gap, she's only worked, I think, 2 jobs. One of them was Little Caesars, which is a pizza place chain. I don't know how many people know of Little Caesars. I think they've gotten pretty big now. And then the other thing was she worked at a gas station. And both of those jobs she didn't even keep for a year. I think she had each of those for a couple months. I think the gas station one she had for I think it was almost 6 months. What's up, Typesad? And so, anyways, I try to stay in touch, but the other thing is she ain't got a car. We were dealing like with food stamps and shit. Like, you know exactly the kind of person I'm referring to when I make these statements. So anyways, but we still stay cordial. I still texted her when her phone wasn't cut off. Yeah, it got that bad. And we were cordial. As I said, this is nothing relationship oriented, so don't worry about any of that. None of that. None of that. Even back when we were working the same job, none of that crossed my motherfucking mind. But she texted me, I think, I want to say at this point it's been like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And she was like, and she got a new boyfriend. So she was like, my light bill's about to be cut off, so can I borrow $100? And my boyfriend will pay you when he gets paid that next week. And so, like a dumbass, a woman who was already known to not keep a consistent job, I'm like, oh, her boyfriend will pay me. And then my other friend who knows her was like, that you're more likely not going to get that money back. And I was like, probably, but because I was half expecting it, it didn't piss me off as much. So I said, fine, I'll let you borrow $100 and you can go pay your light bill. So I let her borrow the $100. I find it funny that she can get a ride in these random dire situations, but she can't get a ride half of the time to get a job outside of where she lives at. So, I gave her the $100, and her boyfriend was supposed to pay me back, I think it was a week from that Friday, so it would have been the next Friday. That next Friday came, and I didn't hear shit from her. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear anything until like that next Tuesday after. So it's been over about a week and a half. Oh, okay. So I was reading it, and I was reading some of the comments. But yeah. So Tuesday rolls around, and I ask her for the money, and she's like, "Oh yeah, me and my boyfriend broke up." So her and her boyfriend broke up, and the irony is that her boyfriend broke up on her because his ex wanted to get back with him because apparently he had just got that job, hence why he hadn't gotten paid yet. And so the fucking his ex-girlfriend took him back, and he left the girl that we know for him. And so she was like, "Oh, I'll just have to pay you back myself once I get my next check." That's what she told me, right? So that's another fucking week, right? That was another week for me to wait until she gets paid. And then what happens to her? And then she loses her fucking job like that next damn week. Although I didn't find that out. I didn't find that out until like 2 weeks later. And it was like... And then my friend texted me, goes, "So did you get your money?" And I'm like, "Does it sound like I got my money?" You're like, "Nah, you didn't get your fucking money, did you?" And I'm like, that's like, she lost her job. I said, "Of course she did." And he's like, "What did you learn?" I said, "Alright, fucking no." Well, no, I'm not. I mean, Chidori, just to put this out here, it's not that I'm surprised at this point. It's not like I'm furious about it. I knew after that first week. Well, yeah, but like at the end of it, what I'm saying is like it's not like I was surprised or shocked when it got to that point, because at that point it's like, well, I'm kind of expecting it. And the way I always look at it is that That's like the final straw, so to speak. And now I really am 100% justified in not letting her borrow shit anymore. And I mean, she's always had her fucking issues, and because I have expected not to get paid back, it was like, well, it was kind of, it's $100. It's not like it wasn't too much of a hit. But you know, it was one of those things because some people would ask, well, you knew how she was, why would you even let her borrow the money? And my thought process is that I've noticed that I'm the kind of person who's pretty cynical. Even though I think of it as me being a realist, the reality is that most people deem it as being cynical. And I could see how you can make that confusion. So I thought personally, I said, you know what, maybe I should try to give people the benefit of the doubt more often, because you'd be surprised how people can you'd be surprised how many people would people can surprise you. And ironically enough here, oh, she surprised me by not surprising me. So yeah. It's cool, Metal. I knew you were playing. So at this point, it was just more of a life experience. It was something just made me think about it. It's like, this is the reason why individuals don't trust motherfuckers. We don't trust niggas because every time you trust an individual, it always turns into the same shit. And you try to give people you try to give people some kind of common respect and decency, being like, oh, they're better than this. They're not gonna fucking sit here and perpetrate on the same bullshit that they always do. Nah. That was expecting too much. I expected her to do better for herself. Because to me, it's like, if you're in a shitty situation, or in a situation you're not a fan of, you would think that you would take the opportunities to keep well, that's not a ringtone, that's a notification message, which, by the way, I probably need to put this on vibrate so it doesn't go off 6 times. So let's do that. Okay, but some people who there are a lot of people who say they want to do better for themselves. Some people, like, you know how we have so many people using Section 8 and fucking food stamps. You think some of those people want to do better for themselves. Some of those people really want to take these opportunities and make the most out of them. Listen, the same kind of procrastination that like me and you and other people fucking succumb to, they succumb to. The difference is that they have even less of a reason to procrastinate, considering how shitty of a situation they're on. The only because the phone was right here and convenient. Also because then I may or may not be what's the word I was looking for? I may or may not be lazy. That's what it was. I'm lazy. That's the short version. But a lot of those people just don't give a damn. A lot of those people don't want to do better for themselves. A lot of people rather live in comfort. The motherfuckers don't have higher ambitions. Which is why I say stagnation is a fucking scary thing. I think stagnation and being complacent is actually scarier than failing. Because see, failing would imply that you put out the effort to do something different. Whereas fucking stagnation, literally the easiest way you can fall into it is just by fucking not doing anything. Or just carrying on with what you were doing in the first place. Which, spoiler, that's exactly what people fucking do. They just go ahead and carry on what the fuck they were doing anyway. Which is a shame. What's up, round breakers? Is that Gavin? I want to say that's Gavin. Yeah, I'm getting Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But it was just kind of another reminder. It was another reminder not to fall into the same fucking traps. To fucking get too chilled out at the job you're in and not want to do fuck all else. Because that shit happens so goddamn quick, it's stupid. It is so easy to get caught up on the same dumb shit because you don't have any reason to move. Yeah, because I mean, it's not even an issue of getting the job. I mean, being complacent is literally being at a place in your life and not wanting to do better, not wanting more for yourself. Which is what fucking. I sound like a harem main character. Nah, harem main character, it would just fall over. Yeah, I know it's you, Gavin. I think I've seen a bit of your channel that you do with your friends. It's like a podcast, if I believe right. At the end of the day, I mean, it's one of the reasons why we become more selfish as people in general, because you're tired of being let down by other individuals, and you're tired of being cheated by other people because they want to do whatever the fuck they want to do, and they're just using you as a stepping stone. I've seen y'all a little bit. I think I mainly saw y'all through Facebook posts, Gavin, because I think me and you were in that group, Nerds of Color. And then on top of that, like I've just been thinking about a lot of the other stuff, because I have some friends who have their parents have sicknesses that recently have flared up recently, and then you got all this shit with Charlottesville, which I'm not gonna get too much into, but it's just been a lot of heavy-handed reminders. Yeah, it's a Facebook group. There's just been a lot of heavy-handed reminders of how things have been and how people are, and how easily this shit just gets this shit just goes to hell, dude. And I just get burnt out on all of it, man. Oh, of course. So, I don't know. I gotta get sick of this shit, dude. I get sick of the shit always. Something always happening. And then, the family drama, I think I casually mentioned, it was probably like a month ago at this point. That hasn't really improved. And see, I'm the kind of guy who worries about other things. Like, my mother's 50, and the relationship she's in, I don't necessarily fucking care for and think how well that's gonna go. And then I'm like, when she gets older, I need to worry about whether or not she'll be financially stable, but I'm not in a place to be worrying about everybody else, or worry about what my sister's doing with her studies and what her ambitions are, and I feel like she's just gonna be fucking around. I look at my other family members and use that as a base of reference, which is horrifying, because usually when you do that, you end up getting into a situation where you realize some of your family members ain't shit, and sometimes your closer family members show those same traits, and you're like, fuck me, dude. That's something you definitely don't want to fucking deal with. And then that on top of everything fucking else. You work a job that don't pay enough. You live in a house you want to move out of, but you need something. Well, yeah, you gotta do something. Well, I mean, doing you is only so much. I mean, it all depends on what kind of person it is. I mean, it depends on how willing you are to disconnect yourself from other individuals. You worry about your family because they're your family. You worry about, especially your close family, like your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. You worry a lot about that shit. It's that kind of shit that just eats at you. And then you worry about constantly, and as you get older, you're worrying about your health more. Because I think they say after you're like 25 or 26, it's literally like downhill from here. Like literally, like I think your body stops growing around 25, 26, and then like at that point, you're literally just. I mean, because really that's what living past a certain age is. Like once you get into your 30s and 40s, you're literally just watching your body deteriorate. I mean, yeah, you can work out and eat and maintain muscle, but you're pretty much just overcompensating. Well, it might be 21. If it's 21, it wouldn't surprise me either. But the point I'm making is that after at a certain age, your body's just fucking slowly decomposing, which just kind of brings you down. And a lot of people nowadays are struggling, dude. A lot of people are struggling. Even if you're not struggling, you're not doing the worst, you're still fucking, oh wow. I like how a lot of people are close to my age, except for the one Yeah, we're all fucking dying. No one fucking look. I didn't look forward to being 21. That was the other problem because I'm the kind of person I am. I was looking at I was looking at my future like when I was in my teens. When I was like 16, I was sitting there thinking about what I'm gonna do when I'm 40. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think that was back when I made a video. I kept making a video how you have to be selfish. You need to be selfish, and if you want to achieve anything, because if you don't do that, you'll drive yourself fucking insane. You'll drive yourself nuts, and you'll end up accomplishing absolutely nothing. But depending on what kind of person you are, if you're like super kind-hearted, or if you have a lot of empathy for other individuals, you tend to stress yourself out and burn yourself out by worrying about everyone else's livelihood and worrying about people you care about. And the irony there is that it makes you even more depressed because you usually find out that most of those individuals don't give a fuck about you as much. Well, I'll leave it up, Master, so it's not like you can do, oh my shit, oh my god, it's Period. Studio Period is in this bitch. Yeah, I'm about to say, nowadays, you have to be an optimist. I mean, I'm the kind of person that I try to be objective when I can, and, but I succumb to my own, not rotating my device. It's not, why is it telling me to rotate the device? It doesn't fucking matter. So now it's just being stupid. Okay, fine, I'll rotate the device. Oh, okay. Well, okay, so it just didn't acknowledge I was rotating the device. But, damn it, that distracted me like a motherfucker. Nigga, nudes and... Listen, if I want to find nudes of Nico Robin, I'll go look up nudes for Nico Robin. Fuck, what else was I gonna say? It's just shit that you dwell on. I mean, I've gotten to the point now in my life that I can kind of think about it and it not depress the fuck out of me. It's just more so something I keep in the back of my head, which some people say is a restriction. You know how people say sometimes that some people say that keeping negative thoughts can even you out, but it can also restrict you because then you're afraid to be reckless and go for things that are more... I'm 26. Getting to season 3 of what? Oh. Studio, you are not... Listen, the Medaka Box train is dead. We've been through this. I liked the show. I enjoyed it. It's just that most people didn't. And it's not like I can blame them. I'm just saying that's part of the fucking struggle. But, yeah. Your optimism might be stupid, but at least you're more willing to try new things and put yourself out there. The problem with being realistic or even pessimistic is that you tend to restrict yourself emotionally and mentally, which makes you sometimes miss out on opportunities that you could have benefited from because you've restricted yourself so much. For me, it's just more so pretty much taking an L. That's the way I look at it. Because right now, the struggle is just getting a higher paying job. If I can get a higher paying job, I can do a lot more. It just depends on how much I'm willing to compromise to get said job. And I don't want this to be like a full-on depression stream, because I mean, it's just me talking about shit, but I know this bothers individuals. Well, people bottle up their emotions all the fucking time. I mean, this society, this was going into a video I was thinking about making, about how like nowadays in America, fucking like how in America nowadays, especially for guys, it feels like we're the gender who's told we can never share our emotions and never speak freely. And granted, that's kind of changing, but it's always been a pain in the ass because we're always held to this ridiculous standard, even by other men who are perpetuating the same dumbass ideas. I think I made a video. When I made a video in regards to rape, and I was talking about women raping men, and that another male's reaction to a male getting raped by a woman is, how the fuck is that a bad thing? And stop being a pussy and like man up. It's the same thing. Our society perpetuates this idea that men need to hold a certain level of manliness and confidence and shit. And this ends up just fucking taking you down. And that's the other thing I don't like. Why the fuck is it nowadays you gotta have like 2 jobs in order to get anywhere? You either gotta have 2 jobs, or you gotta spend or you have to get in debt for a degree in order to make money to justify living a standard lifestyle. Yeah, I'm about to say, because working 2 jobs can burn yourself out. I mean, I think my sister does that. They're both part-time jobs, which is what makes it a little easier. But you can seriously crash. You can seriously crash on that shit. Let's see. Oh, I have an associate's, Chidori. But I actually did want to take the time to appreciate y'all. It's amazing that on a channel that has over 3,000 subscribers and that I've uploaded to a crawl on, I can still get like 20 of y'all showing up on a fucking live stream just to bullshit with me. Because, you know, things haven't been necessarily great on the YouTube side of things. I mean, you had all this shit with the adpocalypse come, and a lot of people stopped making money. And then obviously my Patreon is... I truly appreciate people like Typesad and Jazzy Jeff and Sorasan, and who else supports me on there that I get a decent amount of interaction from. There's a few other people. Amanda. I really appreciate you guys who do support the Patreon, who support it. Because even though it's not much, it to me, that means a lot. Being hit by the apocalypse would probably... I don't think I've made money off of YouTube in like months. And remember, I used to be a part of Maker, which made it even worse. But I appreciate that. Even those who hang in the Discord and bullshit in the Discord with me, I know it's not really off the ground right now. It's a lot of dead silence and there's only like a few people talking, but I appreciate those who even join the Discord. It's one of the reasons why I don't care about being rich ever. I don't need to be rich. I'm the kind of guy who would just be happy being able to live comfortably. Like my goal in life is peace of mind. What's up, Nike? And I feel like not a lot of people just hang out and just talk some shit. Oh, yeah, so the gaming's the other thing. Because it's not like I'm not gaming. Actually, I've been gaming a lot because of how much shit's been coming out recently. Hey, look, dude, I'm not forcing you to be active in the Discord. I'm just saying I appreciate you just even joining the Discord. But yeah, I'm live streaming, Nike. So I can. This is as you're typing. There's obviously a lag, but you know, it's the closest live we can get. Other than probably chatting in Discord, that'd probably be even liver. But I was gonna say, like with me personally, see, I'm pretty introverted. I don't think that'll ever truly change. So sometimes yeah, Nike, I know you're like the one who fucking Nike, you're the one who probably posts the most on Discord. But because of my introverted nature, sometimes it's just hard for me to interact with people. Not necessarily. I mean, I can fake it now like a fucking G. I can fake being interested in what you have to say, super easy. But to me, that's not. There's nothing genuine about that. There's nothing appealing to it. And then I'm also the kind of person that on my weekends I like to just chill out by myself. And some people would say, well, that's fucked up. Well, why is that? You make all these videos, you have a Discord. Why do you want to hang out with yourself sometimes? Well, let's think about it. I work 7 hours a day. 8 hours. I work 8 hours a day for 5 days, and then I get 2 days to myself. One of which I had to use planning for Monday for the next work day. And then I'm just like, and then it's like, well, I got to go do that process again. So sometimes I just get burnt out on talking to people. Sometimes you want to just hang out by yourself. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't enjoy the bullshit conversations we have. And even when I do interact with you guys through like these random live streams or in Discord or in the comment sections of videos. I just feel like people nowadays don't want to be real with you because they all are trying to figure out their own personal freedom. Even if their personal freedom leads to them making stupid fucking decisions, which people were asking me earlier about the Jake Paul stuff and about the KSI stuff. Look, I watch it. I'm aware of it. I'm not as deeply embedded into it as I could be, and that's because there's no reason to be. It's the same bullshit drama that happens every time on YouTube. The YouTuber name changes and maybe the accusations change, but it's still drama. I mean, the Leafy is here and Keemstar stuff was pretty prevalent a few years ago. Actually, I think it was like last year. The Leafy and Keemstar stuff was pretty prevalent last year. And see how easy that jumped off. What's up, Juan? So, I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of chilling. Which is all you really need to be doing. Just kind of, well, Juan is not... Wait a minute. Do I not have mods? That's what I need to do. I need to put mods on here. I'm already showing live chat. No, not mute the microphone. Can you not do mods on the phone? What is that? That's filters. I don't care about filters. Where is my... I was going to add studio because studio isn't in here consistently enough. But I have trusted people I can make mods. I'm curious if I can do that on my thing. So let's do this. So I can click the person's name and put them in timeout, but I can't make them a mod. Why is that not an option on here? I can do everything else. Studio, I appreciate those stories, man. So what I have? Well, actually, I need to actually. That's one thing I will say that's pretty cool. I will say the one thing that's pretty cool is that recently, because of my job, I started going to like restaurants down in my area of my job for lunch, and I went to Wendy's, and one of them motherfuckers, somebody recognized me from YouTube at Wendy's. Like I was in the drive-thru of Wendy's trying to get like a burger, and the dude was like, "Hey man, do you do YouTube videos?" And he was like, "Oh shit, you're the insane game freak." He said, "Why'd you stop doing YouTube?" He literally says, "Why did you stop doing YouTube videos?" And I'm like, bruh. What's up, Stealth Squad? I feel like that's familiar to me for some reason. I mean, I've gotten recognized twice. I think the UPS man recognized me when he was giving shit to bringing me shit. Like, he was bringing me a game, and he was like, "Oh, shit, I watched your Sekirei video." And I was like, what? And you'd be surprised the kind of people that watch your shit. You know, you're not fun. Like, it's like, look at me. I had 12,000 subscribers on my main channel, which I would argue most of those are dead subscribers at this point. I got like 3,000 on this one, which is stagnated. And once again, I think there's a bunch of dead subscribers on here. And then I didn't make hentai videos, Prince Revolver. Those were not hentai videos. I made fucking like harem and I didn't even make well, Studio, he wasn't thirsty. But he was, that Sekirei, if you go look at my channel, that Sekirei video blew the fuck up and it makes no sense why. I have videos on my channel that have gone viral for no real reason. Like the fucking crying and eating pizza. I still get comments on that video because people send that video out as a Valentine's Day video. Because the title of the video is crying and eating pizza. I don't know what happened to Bushido Spirit. Or what the fuck are the Bushido Knights. No, it's not a base. I'm on the second floor of my house, actually. I'm not even... Yeah, but you can't control it. You really can't. And I'm mad because I want to make people mods, and I can't do it. I can do everything else but make a person a mod. That is so dumb. It should show me the live chat messages. Then I can put a filter on it. I have a few viral videos. They're just not like... They're viral, but because they barely have anything, they were like usually a random video I uploaded. None of them really caught on to what they could have been. What I want to start doing is I want to start on Discord. Yeah, you're a mod on Discord, but you're not a mod on fucking on this YouTube channel. What I want to start doing, because I do Twitch streams every once in a while. I want to start doing like Discord bullshit chats while I'm streaming on Twitch. But yeah, I knew about I know about Uber Black Man. I mean, I have Uber added on as a friend on Facebook, so I'm already aware of it. Yeah, I know about that whole video. That was a whole thing. I think I wasn't even in. I'm trying to remember if I was even in. No, I wasn't. I was in town for that one. Uber Black Man, I think, has been doing some school stuff, and I think he may have just graduated. So I think he's just been getting his shit together. Well, Chidori, I think you're still a Chidori. I believe you're a Patreon subscriber anyway, so you probably would get that privilege on default. Well, dude, I ain't trying to do better than anybody. I'm just trying to do better for myself. And I'm still not doing great by any means. I feel bad that literally as I started YouTube in this house, and I'm still doing YouTube in this house. And that was like 8 to 9 years ago. That doesn't really make me feel happy about anything. At least back then I was justified because I was A, underage, and then B, I was in school. And then that stopped like 3 years ago, and I'm still here. So I wouldn't say I'm doing great. Oh, I still chat to Z. I'm actually surprised. Z usually hits me up on the weekends when he wants to get on Skype. I'm telling Z I told Z he needs to get a goddamn Discord. Him and Darius, which is what the fuck is Darius's YouTube channel? I forget Darius's YouTube channel's name. Dude, I don't wear any anime t-shirts. I own anime t-shirts, but I never wear them. Oh, animal t-shirts. It's because I rotate between like 3 or 4 shirts. It's not like I'm a pretty minimalist when it comes to my clothes. Instead of buying like 6 pairs of clothes, what I'll do is I'll buy like maybe 3 or 4 shirts, and then I'll rotate them out. And obviously I'm washing them when I rotate them, but I'm saying I'll rotate them out. Dude, I don't even touch Skype. That's one of the reasons why I've been using Discord. Well, exactly. They don't know the greatness of Discord. That's why they don't fucking use it. But I think what I might do, and so if you're on my Discord, which is linked in all the descriptions of my latest videos, I think what I might start doing is that for Discord, I'll start sending out messages on Discord that we should chat when I'm doing like a stream or something, and I'll let you guys get in. We'll just start bullshitting while like I'm playing a game or something. It doesn't even have to be live stream. We could just be shooting the shit on a Saturday night. I don't. The other problem, the reason why I don't do that as much is because usually I don't get. Obviously, as I said, I work the rest of the week. So literally, I got Saturday and Sunday I'm preparing for Monday. So I don't get that much time to myself, which is probably the reason why I don't fucking do it much. I own a PS4 Pro. Well, they added the video feature. It's just, I think right now it's like a beta feature for like high tier Discord users. Well, I mean, I can use XSplit to funnel the audio so it comes out during the stream if I wanted to. It's not like I need to fucking do a, it's not like I needed to do, fuck. I hate when it happens. See, I'm not tired, but I'm not like full on awake either. Some of you guys were like telling you a story. I'm trying to think, is there even a story I have to tell? I mean, there's work drama, but none of that shit's really interesting or funny. I'm trying to think of something that would be funny that would entertain. Because I spent the first half of this fucking video being what most people would view as depressing as fuck. And I think I want to tell more of a funny, tell us work drama. Yeah, but that's depressing. It's like work drama is depressing. It's not really funny. It's just depressing. Give me a second. Let me think for a second. Hold on. See, the problem is a lot of the stories I have are negative, and I want to do something that's just funny. Something funny and entertaining that you get a kick out of. Instead of doing what most people do is talk about like a really I don't have that many cop encounters. I think like I was in school and I wasn't even aware of what was going on. They always do that whole where were you in 9/11? But if you're like a kid, you don't remember shit. Girder. Oh shit. Oh god, yo. Oh my god. Studio. Now you know, if you want to talk about videos I fucking miss. I miss your video studio. Like those Madaka Box episode reviews were god tier. I'm dead ass. I don't even care. If you could just literally send me the file, I don't think you probably don't, but if you still had the files for those episode reviews, I would still want them bitches. I fucking love those videos, dude. I fucking love those videos. I mean, because to me, stories is just, well, I'm trying to think. I guess, here's a fun one. It's not about me, and if my friend ever figures out I'm talking about him, he will get mad as fuck when I make the story. But we're gonna talk about it anyway. It's work related anyway, so it works. So there was. I don't want to use their real name, so we're gonna call my friend's name is John, and the girl I'm referring to is Clarissa. So John and Clarissa. Okay, so here's the thing. Clarissa worked in a different department in my job, and link them to me, studio. I want those videos, damn it. Anyways, so Clarissa worked at my job in a different department, right? This happened like a few years ago, and my friend John was like, "Well, man, I haven't seen you at your job. I'm gonna sneak up on you at your job. I'm gonna just catch your ass off guard." And I'm like, well, I mean, good fucking luck. I'm on the 3rd floor anyway. You're not gonna get me too badly, which he did. He never did because he couldn't. But because he would always have to text me because I'm in the admin section of my building, so you need a key to get to the door anyway. No. I work in an office. It's an office. So anyways, he comes in one day trying to sneak up on me, and he sees Clarissa at the front desk, and he's like, and so he meets me, and he's like, "Who's that girl who works in the front desk?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's Clarissa. She just started." And he's like, "Man, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her." And I was like, I mean, you can, but I mean, I don't see any real, no, not officer. I'm like, well, I mean, you can. I mean, we'll see. At that point, I didn't know any better. No one knew, so everything was fine. So he started talking to her. And they hit it off. And they start kind of going out. I say you'll understand why I'm saying kinda as the story progresses. So he's going out with her, everything is fine, but he's noticed, but like then I start hearing all these little rumors, like how Clarissa is super flirtatious with a whole bunch of other boys, and Clarissa is already got a boyfriend. That's the other thing I heard. And then even people who work with Clarissa go, Clarissa isn't that fucking smart. Like, Clarissa is like book smart but common sense dumb. So all these little things compounded on top of, like, my friend John starts talking about, oh, I'm having these small little issues with Clarissa not telling me shit, and I want not like wanting to hang out on certain days. And I'm like, well, bruh, I heard that supposedly she already got a boyfriend. He's like, nah, man, yeah, I'm her boyfriend. Who the fuck else is she talking to? You come to find out, and I'm an asshole for doing it. I laughed my ass off. I said that she had been dating another. She didn't view her and John's relationship as like a legit relationship, like they hadn't been dating at all. She didn't even clarify what they've been doing as dates. So it's like, bitch. And no, she didn't have any kids. I think they were around the same age. I think she was like a year younger. And they never had sex. They probably kissed, but they never had sex. I know that because I talked to John. John said it. But so you find out that she got a boyfriend. And he's like, well, I'm going to address her about it. I said, go ahead. I said, tell me how it goes. He addresses her about it. He goes, look, it's like, I'm not here to be no side nigga. So either you fucking leave him and pick me, or we're done. Now that was his first motherfucking mistake. Because if the bitch is already sitting there lying about dating other niggas and doesn't view them as a relationship, and these motherfuckers went out on dates, that was your first mistake, bruh. You don't ever fuck with these bitches who already are treating you like a side nigga and doesn't even want to. It just, shit was bad, alright? Anyways, so I was telling him, I was like, bruh, at this point, I wouldn't even bother with her. I said, she ain't even worth the time or effort. But nah, he was caught the fuck up. You know, and the reason why I could tell is I think one day we were hanging out, and he went to the convenience store, and he left his phone open. I looked at his phone, I saw the text message. He's sitting there texting this girl, he loves her, and I'm like, bruh, I know you didn't text this girl, I love you. So what you doing looking at my phone? I was like, what you doing texting this bitch, I love you? The fuck is wrong with you? What you doing? I said, you better stop this stupid shit. You gonna get your ass caught up in some bullshit, which you did. But supposedly, she dropped her boyfriend and started dating him. Supposedly, that's what happened. Well, here's the other problem. She had indoctrinated herself into his family pretty hard. He has a pretty close-knit family, so like his auntie and his parents had already met her, and he had met her mother and sister. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But how's the relationship been going? And he's like, it's been all right. But see, then she started wanting him to do other things and wanted him, like, she started being unreasonable and making demands and shit. And you could tell the bitch had an ego, and it was like, bruh, at this point, it's not even fucking worth it. It's not even worth it. Walk the fuck away. Still wouldn't walk away. I said, you were going to regret this decision. I promise you. The bitch has problems. And then she did, because she was still flirting. Because at work, I would see her, she would be still flirting with other guys. Like guys like that are her patrons. They're not like customers and shit. They weren't even guys that were just like, they were guys that were hitting on her. And she would still be responding to them like she didn't understand what subtle context clues is. Like, this is the type of bitch that would walk out into a dark alley in the middle of the night and would completely surprised if a nigga tried to grab and or tried to rape her or drug her. Like, she doesn't understand basic context clues and hints to when a situation is going bad, and you're just like, oh no, this bitch is stupid. On top of being like a selfish asshole who cheats on other guys, which is what she was doing. She was cheating on her boyfriend with my boy John, and then we found out later that she was cheating on John with another nigga. And it just turned into a bunch of bullshit ass drama. You're just sitting there going, man, you need to leave this girl alone. And so he finally got his shit together. It took him like almost a year, but he finally got his shit together and said, I'm done with you. I'm fucking done with you. I'm done with your shit, right? That's what he said. And so, but the problem is that the bitch wasn't done with him. After the bitch had sat there stressing him out and aggravating the fuck out of him in their relationship, they break the relationship off, and the bitch won't leave him alone. It's like, well, I mean, we can still talk, right? We can still be friends, right? And you're like, bitch, no, I don't want to do none of that. If I wanted to do any of that, I would have told you that. Like, he wanted to cut her off completely. But the problem is, she had indoctrinated herself so into his family that his mom, his dad, his aunts and shit were asking, how come we don't see Clarissa around no more? I mean, how the fuck I don't even see Clarissa around? It was like, they be talking to Clarissa, like they be talking to Clarissa be talking to his family members, so his family members could be advocating Clarissa's case. And I think the thing that really set me off, what name drop? Well, no, I mean, Clarissa's the fake name I'm going up with. Well, yeah, it is. It is his fault. I told him. He recognizes it is his fault. And that's why I remind him when he forgets. But Clarissa, what drew me up, though, did I say the real name? I didn't think I said the real name. If I said the real name, I guess whoopsie on me. Fuck it. He doesn't watch my YouTube channel anyway, so he won't ever know. I don't even know which name I dropped. It didn't matter. The point is, and the funny thing about it, and this is the funniest shit, is that after he finally got the cut off away from her completely, and the family members stopped asking about it and shit, we got a fucking text. He got some text. She kept texting him like crazy, and what he did is he blocked her text. Well, the texts were still coming through. They just weren't. They pretty much were in like a waiting room, like purgatory. They were in text purgatory. So he eventually unblocked her number because she had stopped bothering him finally, and the family had stopped bothering him, and all the old text messages came flooding in, right? And he called me as soon as he saw him because he was like, Terrell. And I was like, what? He's like, look at this. He's like, I'm not going to text it to you because you can't be trusted, but I am going to show it to you. And I was like, what? And he fucking, this bitch had sent him nudes. This bitch had sent him nudes on the text. What smart girl sends nude pictures of herself through a text message, especially to a nigga that already doesn't like her? And I was like, bruh, it's almost asking for it. And he's like, I know, but we can't. I say, I know you don't want to. And technically, I respect him. I respect him for being the bigger man and not doing what most niggas would do. Because most niggas would have posted her nudes all over the goddamn internet. Which I think that happened to Nia, the video game Her, a few years back. She was dating somebody and they posted her nudes on like the internet. Which I think you can still find. I'm not sure. I haven't looked it up, nor do I want to even address it. Yeah, Shokyo's ex-girlfriend. But yeah, this bitch posted news into a text message. And he was like, we gotta delete this. Like, I'm gonna show it to you, but we're gonna delete this. So I got to see it. I could confirm that they were nudes. And I was like, bruh. And you know what the irony is? Because she like quit the job within like the next few weeks. She quit the job. I was like, alright, we're done with it. I don't have to see her again. He ain't talking to her. The family of his ain't talking to her. It's great. It's perfectly fine. Well, I mean, attractive wise, I don't really find Nia that attractive anyway, but that's a different story. That shit, the irony of that, on top of everything else, I don't know. I don't think that's why they broke up. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I don't think that's the reason why they broke up. Because I know they're still on good terms. No, if you don't know who Nia is, don't worry about it. If you don't know who Nia is, don't worry about it. But yeah, the irony of all that is, after she quit, that recently I've been hearing rumors around the job that she's been trying to get her job back. And I told my boy John, I said, don't come around work if she gets this job again. Because if she gets the job again, you're not going to want to be around there. So whether or not part 2 happens is a different story. But I will say that was the funniest shit. When I told him this man is black and all the color drained from his face. This motherfucker became albino when I mentioned that she might be getting her old job back. That shit was funny as fuck. Who's doing far too much? The girl, Clarissa, or are you talking about something else? I mean, the whole thing was fucking ridiculous. I mean, to be fair. The whole fucking thing was stupid and ridiculous. Which is part of the reason why it's so goddamn awesome. But it was all fucking stupid. It was all stupid. Yeah, I think that shit has caused, like, actual trauma. Like, I don't think that man will be able to sleep properly for the rest of his life. At least not until he gets another girlfriend. He needs another girl. He needs another girl to wash that bullshit out of his mind. What's up, Brian? Why do I feel like I'm already losing my voice for no goddamn reason? That makes no sense. Hey man, don't be nervous. It's just a new environment. You'll get used to it. Why does he need a new girlfriend when he was born with 2? Oh yeah, Love is Blind is definitely it. Oh, the other screen is my computer screen. That's all that is. I was looking at Nintendo Everything because I like to keep up on my Nintendo news because I'm a fucking nerd. So I was looking to see if there was any new news. Which there is. Apparently Fire Emblem Heroes allows you to play 60 frames per second, but you gotta fucking lower the, you get the actually an option to lower the resolution, which is pretty fucking cool. So it all depends on whether or not you want to make that financial sacrifice. But yeah. But yeah, I don't really have too many stories because a lot of them are way too. Honestly, that one was probably too damn personal too. I'm not using a laptop. This is my desktop. What I'm talking about right now. Also, because the string would get cut off and I have to restart it, and it'd be like a separate stream, and there's no reason to do that. Also, I don't mind holding the screen. Persona 5, I think the last time I updated you with Persona 5 is probably where I'm at still. I might be a little bit further than that. Like, I just got a Akechi onto my squad, so I'm a little bit further than that, but not much further. Yeah, about to say. Oh, dude, I'm introverted as fuck, Brian. Like, it's very easy to force yourself out of it. Ironically enough, for me, what works the best is it's just being being honest. Because some people would think, oh, honesty doesn't make you less introverted, but you'd be surprised. Half the reason why some people are introverted is because they're afraid of how people will view their opinions. But I think being honest from jump about stuff, well, it's under my eye. Being honest about shit in general will help you be more open with people. Well, congratulations, Master Cell Official. Also, Sue is the best slime. No, dude, I didn't take public speaking. Actually, to me, YouTube helped me a lot with talking in front of people. I'm a lot more open with talking around people purely because of YouTube. Yeah, Master Cell works. But I've been streaming for about an hour, and I kind of want to be a little productive tonight and do something that's worthwhile. So I might get on Persona 5, or I might play some Splatoon 2, some other things. But maybe if not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Nigga, it's all about the Opie. We don't do no fucking... Yeah, I got a Twitch is in the description. I'm gonna try to do Discord chats more often, so we can just shoot the shit. So go ahead and join the Discord server, which is in the description below, and I'll let you guys know in the chat messages. I'll usually do like an @everyone tag so everyone can see it when I'll do chat. I'm probably not gonna stream. Well, actually, Persona 5 I can't stream because of Atlas's whole policy. You can't record. I don't think you can record or stream the game. So I can't stream Persona 5 even if I wanted to. At least not natively from the PlayStation 4, which is the way I would want to do it. Link is in the description, lazy gamer. Lazy geek gamer. Yeah, but I still don't think you can record the game or stream it. Although those comments will never really stop until we get over that whole black people can only speak one type of way. Also, Master Cell, both. Nigga, both. I'm a dude who appreciates hourglass figures like a motherfucker. Which is a rare thing, which sucks with Jesus. I know, Brian, it's a struggle. Just don't compromise yourself for the sake of fitting in. That's if there's nothing else I can give you as an advice. Do not compromise yourself for the sake of fitting in. That shit sucks. Always be true to yourself, because you'll end up regretting it later if you fake yourself. Which is what some people do. They start pandering to a stereotype. But yes, Mr. I've heard of Low Tier God, I've heard of DSP, I've heard of Almighty Tevin. I'm aware of all that shit. But yeah, I think I'm done as far as streaming is concerned. But like I said, join on the Discord. We can still like chat bullshit if you guys want to. Like, I'll have the Discord open, so I might be texting and we'll just bullshit chat. I think y'all can, I mean, hell, y'all can jump into the voice chat. Well, I may not be in the voice chat myself, but y'all can jump into it. I know I have it cut on. But, yeah, I think I'm gonna head out for today. because my arm is tired, and I think my muscles are gonna start looking like some fucking giant potatoes on my hands in a minute. So yeah, but like I said, on the Discord, y'all can hang out and we'll be cool. And I'll try. I will get into the habit of chatting more on Discord. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you dealing with me and my dumb shit. Ah. Oh shit! It's like it's that shit when you say too many times and you're just like ah. Anywho, life's a game. Play to win. Thank you all for watching. Y'all have a good night and take care. I think I stole that from fucking Some Call Me Johnny, but it's greatness and you only steal greatness.